And that's exactly what we have in this showdown coming up. Welcome to the home of the Florida Gators, Ben Hill Griffin Stadium, better known as the Swamp. As we'll see, the winners of 3 straight, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Florida Gators. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollock, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. He'll bring it back from inside his spot. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make a stop at the 19. So Florida's offense will have the football first. And what a performance, an aerial show from this guy in the last game, and he has to have a ton of confidence coming into this one, David.
Yeah, it was a great week. And watching that tape before this game, like you could tell, man, he was seeing it quick. The ball was coming out, just touchdowns at will.
There he goes. Nice pickup on the ground there. They'll move the sticks for the first down. The Gators want to move quickly.
Well, the defense just had to chase that guy down, make a tackle after a long run, and no chance to substitute. They got to get the play call in because the offense is trying to go fast.
Guys, let's chat about Florida and what a challenge this is going to be for both teams, both with unblemished records, both sitting atop the conference, and both eager to square off against each other.
And what I think makes this one more fun is that it's not just the 2 top teams in the conference. These might be 2 of the better teams in the entire country. These 2 teams might make the college football playoff. Lots of football out ahead, but this is a matchup. Regardless of whether you're a fan of these teams, the conference, of college football you've been waiting to see.
And it's so nice that whoever wins this, you talk about putting yourself in a great position, you hand them a loss in the conference, move them down the standings, and you have the tiebreaker. A lot on the line today.
And the Gators are marching down the field. Rides to the back and leaves it. Let's take a second to look at the big picture for Florida. Really good win on the recruiting trail last week. Got a commitment from a 4-star linebacker.
He's going to help them out a lot because of his speed. He simply has things you can't coach from the linebacker position. So his ability to track the ball sideline to sideline, but also get downhill, he's going to make this defense a whole lot more difficult to move the football against.
I'm a big believer in taking shots early in the game and being aggressive and showing my team I got confidence in them. Let's go make plays. First drive, already take.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Gators!
The offense goes as he goes, so really no surprise in the opening drive. They keep feeding him the football. He showed you all of his ability on that TV.
Kickoff unit is out there again, and this crowd is feeling themselves after that last drive. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. So the Iowa Hawkeyes offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. And it was a collection of highlight reel plays time after time last week. He loved to do that again, David.
Oh, there's no doubt. He showed you he's capable. He showed you the big play ability, and he can make those big plays for this offense. And I think the offense is going to continue to look for him. Like, he is that guy outside that they can trust. Interesting to see, Jesse, the wrinkles off of the way they used him, and if he's going to continue to be the focal point of this offense.
I think he should continue to be the focal point, but I do think they have to move him around. You got to show some different looks, some different formations, get him in motion, stack releases, find him some access, because there's no doubt this guy can run routes, he can catch the football, and he's dangerous after he has the football. So let's see some added wrinkles in what this offense and how they take the next step based on what he did last time.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. And the pressure gets there. And down he goes at the 18. And the Hawkeyes will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. And the punt team gets down there and touches it dead. That's where they'll put it in play.
Yeah, just playing the field position game. Nice job angling it toward the sideline so it doesn't go into the end zone. That thing rolls down inside the 10. Really
breaks into the open. Big pickup on the ground here to keep this drive moving and give them a first down.
Oh, I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Motion from the wideout. Quick release by the QB. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. It can get pretty wild in the Big 12. Some of these outposts are like snake pits when you have to go on the road. Got to get off to a quick start in conference play.
It is always wacky, Reese. Like, there's always something that happens in the Big 12, and somebody comes out of nowhere in the Big 12 every single year. So, starting in conference play, these games start to really matter, really add up, and the pressure amplifies.
It's so true, too. When you think about the Big 12 conference, it just seems like teams get caught sleepwalking. So, you've got to start fast. And the challenge, I think, for these coaching staffs, these two teams, every week they've got to have their team ready to go, and it starts today.
The Gators with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Oh, he's going to try to hit him over the top. He's got it inside the 15. Touchdown, Florida! He broke away from the defense and they couldn't catch him.
Quarterback's abilities to read the field is huge, and also the anticipation, the timing, to be able to throw the football, Jesse, and hit a guy in stride so he can get run after the catch and get in the end zone. That was a nice job by the quarterback.
Yeah, it's critical, David. Listen, a lot of times touchdown passes aren't thrown into the end zone. You've got to read the coverage, hit the open guy, and let him do the rest.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Here's the handoff. Oh, gives him the tough stiff arm. Good, solid run on that one as he gets it up to the 33-yard line. The Hawkeyes can really attack on this 2nd and short. Give to the running back. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run. We've come to the end of the quarter, and it's Florida on top. They largely dominated this first quarter as indicated by the stats. So they had a chance to talk over this 3rd down play to open the period. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. And the rush will get to him at the 25. And the Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Makes the catch at the 30. He gets a block. That's a perfect example of not settling for a fair catch. Pick up whatever yardage you can and help out the offense. The Gators sending the offense back to work. On the ground, it's Daniels. Oh, he's got some space. Finally corralled, but not before. He picks up the first down.
Busting big runs like this is a total team effort. Obviously, the back has to find the hole, but you got to have everybody around them doing their job to make it a good play.
And everybody around them doesn't just mean the offensive line. Receivers getting their blocks downfield is a big deal, too.
It's a huge deal. We always talk about them catching passes, but blocking is so important for their responsibilities.
Quarterback moving out of the pocket. Going to try to get it himself. Got enough space. Touchdown, Gator! And they take it in for 6 more points. These guys are really hitting their stride in week 4 as they push out that lead.
He doesn't need anything to be open. He just makes it happen himself. Hey, I'm going to call a pass. I'm going to throw the ball down the field. Oh, it's not open? Okay. I'm just going to pull it down, make it happen, take it to the house. What a scramble by the quarterback.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. They've fallen into this big hole, and they are pretty desperate for answers right now. Big time play by the defense. He'll lose 4. A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Looking to fire. got his man out of the backfield. He gets it past the 25-yard line and finally knocked out of bounds at the 27. Third down conversion's always a huge stat, and they've got a 3rd and long from the 27. From the gun, wants to pass. Makes the catch. It's Gonzalez. Turns it on in midfield. Wide open on the right. Touchdown, Iowa! Nice catch and good work afterwards to get it into the end zone.
And how nice is it to have a playmaker like that I can get the ball out of my hands right to him and say, all right, dude, you got jets, you can fly, catch the slant, make some people miss, outrun some angles, and get all the way to the end zone.
He'll bring it out. It's Joyner. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Everything's been working so far. They've had it 3 times, reached the end zone on each occasion, and now they're back to work. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on 2nd down. Gonna run it. It's Daniels. Fights off the defender. They stop him after a 6-yard run out to the 24.
It's going to be important this offensive line is able to get a little bit of push. Just got to give this guy an inch, a little crease, and he can make yards for it.
He's out past the 35. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35. The Gators have it with a 1st and 10. Looking downfield on 1st down. That one comes out hot down the right side. And it was worth going for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete.
Well, they hooked up already once for a score today, so the quarterback's going back to him again deep down the field, but it falls incomplete.
Motion from the wide receiver. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. He'll take another shot here. And he's got it inside the 30-yard line. The junior making a clutch play and turning in a big catch.
It feels like everything this play caller has called has worked so far in this first half of the offense. They've generated a really nice lead, lighting up the scoreboard, and they're staying aggressive. They're throwing the football. They're dictating everything right now to the defense.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing the 1st downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub. They want to get other guys in the field. Stringing 1st downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
This quarterback right now is in a groove, and he's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly, and that's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
Down to 2 minutes before the half, and they'll take the timeout and see if they can add a little more before the break. Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Rides the back on the option to get it. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the 1st down, and they'll have it 1st and goal at the 6. This offense has been a juggernaut, and they have a chance to pad their total just before halftime. They get him on the ground at the 3-yard line, but this defense is taking some punches. We got a timeout here late in the first half, and they'll try to get more points on the board before the break. Can the D deny them on 2nd and goal? This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. The defense uses their 2nd timeout of the half as they try to get their act together. Man, the last thing you want after controlling the ball, moving it down the field, is to have to settle for a field goal attempt. It's 3rd and goal. It's incomplete, and this ought to be a boost of confidence for this defense, getting a stop against these guys on 3rd down. 4th and goal from the 5, and the offense is staying on the field. What a big moment here. They thought they had a good plan, but it did not work. Iowa has the ball back on offense. Getting late here in the first half, they'll have a chance to make this a one-possession game.
And the offensive play caller here has to really be dialed in. It's important down 2 possessions, Dave, that they're able to score some points. So you got to call your best stuff in this 2-minute situation.
And such a good opportunity.
Couldn't find any way to get out of the
tell the defense smelled it. They knew exactly where they were on the field, put the pressure on him, got him down in the end zone. Safety, baby.
They'll get a chance to work on that hurry-up offense here in the final minute of the first half. They'll start this drive going to the air. The short hands, it's Jacobs. He's brought down quickly. Minimal gain there, still a bit short of the first down. Might be changing the route. Second down, he'll throw it. Grab near the marker, it's Daniels. And he gets it to the 45-yard line, and that'll be a first down. Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed in the middle, it's Daniels. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. New set of downs after the completion. Looking to throw on first down. Right on the money. Makes the stop at the 23-yard line, but it's a pickup of 15. A first down, and this offense is smelling the end zone. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. They're working that left side. He's forced out of bounds inside the 5 and the 4, and they save the touchdown, at least for now. They'll use a timeout right before halftime. Maybe time for one or two more plays. They want to throw it. Touchdown, Florida! Fit it in the window for the score.
Man, what great offensive execution. You talk about addressing a 2-minute situation and using almost all of the clock, adding to your lead and creating more momentum going into the half. Great execution by this offense.
And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. First half in the books. Time now to join Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Thanks, guys. What a scene there in Gainesville. What a fine college football game we've got. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football? Racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust his strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. With that said, let's send it back to our guys and all those chomping hands there in the swamp.
All right, Kevin, about ready to start the second half here. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. When you're facing a deficit like this one to start the second half, you really can't afford to waste a single possession.
Fresh start here in the second half. That's the only way you can look at this if you're on offense. Things did not go your way there in the first half. It starts with one play. To get our confidence going, we just got to get something going early here on this drive.
One play, stay aggressive. Now I think I can be even more aggressive on
Turning it on! And an explosive play has him on the move, and he gets it all the way to the 48-yard line. The Hawkeyes, after exploding for that huge run, back to work. Quick pass on the jet motion. And he is stopped immediately by the big defensive lineman.
The first thing you have to do to make these plays successful offensively is I have to block the edge. I got to get my speedster in space. They didn't do a good job of getting that guy out there in space where he could really use his jets. Nice job by the defense understanding it, seeing it, rallying to it, and tackling that guy for a loss.
They say you could call holding on every play. Well, they did on that one. Now on second down. Back to pass. Finds the tight end. And that defense is there to guide him out of bounds after a short gain.
I like that big, reliable security blanket. And That's what tight ends are a lot of the times. They're just usually big, huge guys that if I throw it anywhere near him, he's going to pluck it, catch it, and give me some positive yards.
Here's a heat. Just had to get rid of that one to save the yardage on third down. And the Hawkeyes will bring the punt team onto the field. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Fair catch will be made just inside his own 10-yard line. They'll mark it at the 9. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, that last drive, they looked like they were throwing against air. Just absolute precision execution in the passing game, and it led him to a touchdown. We'll see what they have this possession. Determined run, but he stopped after 2 yards down at the 13. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Trying play action. Caught in the backfield, it's Hansen. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. They're going back to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
When a running back has had as much success as this guy's had so far, listen, defense has got to cue in. They got to cue into him. He's priority number 1, number 2, and number 3. That's a good start to maybe turning this defensive effort around.
Knocked down in the backfield, and boy, this guy's had a good day, but they finally get to him on that run. Ball's at the 27. This offense facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He rifles one deep down the right side. And trying to put points on the board on 3rd down. Now they're staring at 4th down. The offense will have to use its first timeout of the half. They were unfazed by that earlier 4th down failure and will try for a 2nd time in this one. Going back to the well, another deep ball. Fires the pass, intercepted. Taking it the other way. Oh, he got loose. They finally make the stop, and not only the huge turnover, but the big return has them set up in business. Iowa has the ball back on offense. They had to punt last time they had it. Highly unlikely that'll happen here, barring utter disaster. Pass rush coming after the quarterback, and they get him at the 32.
This quarterback has to know he's got to get rid of the football quickly. This defense has already shown on film that they'll rush this outside linebacker off the edge and make the count 5 on their pass rush. But with his speed and his flexibility, he's too much for a lot of these offensive linemen to handle.
Pulled down for the tackle. Guys, this offense is already reeling down. Multiple possessions, really need to cash in on this drive. Running to Green. He's inside the 10. He was working his way toward that goal line. They'll stop him at the 2 after the big play up top. The Hawkeyes have it with a 1st and goal. They've built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
Can the defense stop him again on 2nd and goal? Tries again to get it in. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
Yeah, that's kind of surprising. We talked about this before the game. One of the big matchups. Run the football against a defense that's been susceptible against the run throughout the season. But this offense just can't find a way to get it going. And I'm surprised, but now what's your counterpunch? How are you going to get the ground game going? Because so far, not a lot of success.
And on 4th down, they'll try to salvage the drive with a field goal. It's good. He could have hit a string right in the middle of the uprights there. Had to settle for the field goal.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Grabbed behind the line, it's Wilson. There he goes. They corral him out of bounds, mark it down at the 38, and this offense might have something going. period. We've reached the break. It's Florida with the lead. They built a comfortable lead after 3 quarters of play. Let's take a look at how we got here. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Wants to go up top on 1st down. The sure hands, it's Brown. Oh, they knock it free. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Well, the quarterback got it to his receiver.
Coach wants the officials to have another look at the monitor using a timeout here. Thinks the call is going to end up going his way. And how about the keen eyes and sharp awareness from the coach to challenge that call, and the officials agree it'll go his way. The analytics nerds say the goal is at least 4 yards on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. They pick it off, and this defense, a much-needed play. He's brought down, a short return, but the defense comes out on top with a pick.
I just love the fact that the defense is out there and they're still battling and they're still fighting. Obviously, they're way down here late in the 4th quarter, but they still think they have a chance to win. Don't tell them the game's over. That's a great individual.
Just can't pull the trigger, and the quarterback is sacked at the 41.
And they get him again. This is a offense that you expect them to protect their guy. I mean, he is a dude that you know if you give him time, he's going to make plays, but this defense is making sure he's not getting that time.
How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
And it's just been that kind of day for this quarterback and this offense, guys. They have never been able to get into a rhythm throwing the football. Timing's been off. Accuracy hasn't been great. We've seen some drops. Just not in sync, and that's why they find themselves trailing by a lot right here lately.
And man, the tight end just hasn't been a factor all game. No catches. Finally find an opportunity to try to get him open, throw him the football, and the connection still doesn't work. Something about this quarterback-tight end connection today just hadn't been on the same page.
And they are stopped on 4th down. That decision will be questioned. Florida has the ball back, and here comes the offense. Their defense came up with a big stop now to see if they can turn it into points. Makes a catch right in the middle of a danger zone. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Wants to go up top. Gets it to him on the screen. Breaks into the open. And another big game for this offense. They are putting explosive pass after explosive pass up in this one. After that huge gain, now a chance to cash it in from just outside the 5. He'll be brought down at the 5-yard line, and this defense is on its heels. 2nd and goal coming up. The run up the middle, trying to steamroll his way in. He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
And with the stuff there, Jesse, on 2nd down, this little 3rd to mid-range, you got 2 downs. What are you thinking here?
Maybe getting your...
Touchdown, Gator! And the stomping has commenced. They put another score on the board as they try to push this winning streak to 3.
And honestly, it's been about complementary football in this game, right? We've seen this offense go up and down the field. They've been lighting up the scoreboard, but the defense has done a great job, too, getting off the field and putting their offense in really good position in this game. The head coach has got to love what he's seen on both sides of the ball today.
From the gun, running back on the move. Stopped behind the line of scrimmage, tried to put a little move on him, and it didn't help much. Didn't get much done on that first play of the drive. It's 2nd and 11. Caught in the backfield, it's Courtney. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Screen pass just not working there. You figure at this point of the game, trailing, you're going to have to be more aggressive and take some shots. You usually run screen passes when you think there's going to be a blitz, but because the defense has the lead, they're just sitting back and playing big zones.
Just couldn't find any room, and he wound up throwing it in reverse. They lost yardage. Down in the fourth quarter, it's too late for empty possessions. They'll go for it on fourth down. Blasted as he lets it go. Couldn't find his man, and they'll give up the football on downs. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. Steps out of bounds just inside the 20. They'll mark him down at the 18.
And there's a coachable moment for that young man right there. It's a nice run. Your team's got the lead late, but because of that, you cannot go out of bounds before you get to 2 minutes. If you go out, the clock's going to stop. And that's a coachable moment, something he'll learn from moving forward.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clobbered.
On third down, he drops to throw. It's complete on the right side. They'll finally put the brakes on him at the 3. A big throw, catch and run on that one. And the Gators racing to the line in the hurry-up. Trying to surge it in. And they're going to put another one into the end zone as they just keep piling points on the scoreboard.
And with that touchdown, man, you're getting excited. As a fan base, you're about to go to 3-0. Like, a lot of things could go wrong to start a season. Everything gone right. That's a great sign for this squad. They got it rolling. Can they keep that momentum, keep climbing up the rankings, and who knows what happens at the end of the year.
Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the fourth down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating because you think you might get points and then your defense gives up points. This has got to be a complementary football type deal. The offense now needs to provide a little spark and give this defense some hope.
No doubt, David. They got to turn the page, and they've got to play with a little bit more urgency here, knowing they've got to get that one back and put a good drive together.
Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4. And the running game has collapsed so far on this drive, and now it's third down. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And the Hawkeyes line up to punt it away. 3 and out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope the punt can bail them out. And they'll mark it down at the 30. The Gators sending the offense back to work. Boy, they have delighted these home fans here by putting this game in a hammerlock, David.
Yeah, this crowd's been jacked up. They've been excited. Now they get to breathe a little bit, Palmer. Nice lead. This offense needs to go out and protect it.
Yeah, they've been the more physical team all game long. So let's just run the ball. Let's just ice this football game, take the W into the locker room.
And this guy has some shiftiness to him, and he showed it off to the defense after picking up a few.
And I love this because you got second and really, really long. And what's the idea of the offensive coordinator? Get third and manageable. Nice job getting the run. Not only a positive run, shoot, you almost got the first down. Now you're set up for good success on third down.
They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. The Gators just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Leaves it with the running back. And that's a very productive first down play of bringing up 2nd and 3. Power football with the run. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
This is a guy that can find you the hidden yardage. That play, he just pushes the pile to get that first down.
The Gators with the 1st and 10. They'll try the run. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage. They get the timeout called. 11 seconds remaining to play. They got nothing on the last play. It's 2nd and 10. Oh, and they'll try to catch him with a pass. Looking for the end zone. And they're going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their total.
Some would say run out the clock. Some would say I don't need to add points. But here's the thing. It's your job to stop them on defense. Now, listen, the handshakes, they might get a little bit interesting after this game, but the offense did their job.
So the offense, more than happy with the result of the play, will decline the penalty. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Oh, look at Mr. Hands taking the squibber inside the 30. They get him stopped, and he was close to taking that one a long ways down at the 38. And after this play, the cake will be baked. To the air on first down. Pressure coming. Stands in and takes the hit. Finds a man on the left. And that is how we will wrap this one up. Winning can become a habit. Now they've won back-to-back games and probably building a little confidence.
And you want it to be a habit. That's what you talk about as a coach week after week. Let's build. Let's create momentum and continue to build on it. And then you look up at the end of the season, you never know where you could be, what dreams you could bring to reality.
At the end of the day, I think good teams find ways to win games. And over these last two games, it hasn't always been easy. They've had to overcome some adversity.